Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are all looking forward to the weekend. I know I am. I'm out for tea tonight and out for a few beers tomorrow. So I am definitely looking forward to the weekend. And we've had a good start to the weekend because Newcastle United have officially returned for pre-season training, and Newcastle have been posting all morning photos of the team arriving at the training ground. I tell you what, the media coverage of Newcastle United has been so much better under the new ownership. Again, 14 years of silence replaced by just constant updates. I'm absolutely living it right now. I'm absolutely loving it. I know it's photos, but it's exciting. And I thought, you know what, we're going to jump on here today, just a quick video, and run through some of the photos, what we've seen so far, the players who have returned, the players who haven't yet, and just take a look at what's going on. So the players returned to the training ground this morning at 8 AM, so an early start. We are starting pre-season 1 week earlier than we did last season. Originally, I thought, well, that's because it's Eddie Howe this time round, not Steve Bruce. Maybe we could be fit for the start of this season, but in reality, it's actually because the Premier League starts a week early this season due to that winter break we're having for the World Cup, which, to be honest, is just still madness to me that we are having to cut the season in half to have a World Cup. But, you know, it could have its advantages. England will hopefully be fully fit mid-season, not knackered at the end of a season. Newcastle, who don't have that many international players, could in theory have a month off, where a lot of teams who we might be challenging with for the top 10, top 8, top 7 could well have a lot of players out on international duty and will be having, you know, time to recover and get back into it. So who knows? But we are starting up a week early. 36 days now exactly until we play our first game of the season against Nottingham Forest. It's still over a month. It feels like it should be closer. It feels like this window has already been going on quite a long time. That's possibly because we've done quite a lot of transfers early. You know, we've got in there, we've done quite a lot early. If anything, things seem to have cooled down a little bit. I feel like we've done some good structural work in terms of goalkeeper, defenders. Now I want to see a bit of flair further forward, some big money spending as we get into later in the window, but we will have to see how we get on. It looks like the lads started their day off in the gym, probably getting some fitness tests in to see how they left at the end of the season compared to what they are like now at the start of pre-season, who's been training in their off time, who's been on the beers and the kebabs on the big market, to basically see where they are now. We can see they've been doing some jump tests. I'm glad that Dan Burn did not put his head straight through the ceiling on that one, because he is a big bloke. And Kel Watts returning from his loan as well, obviously got promoted while he was away. Will be very interesting to see how he's potentially used in this pre-season camp. Will he potentially stick around as one of the 4th or 5th choice centre-backs, or will we see him head out on loan again? Great to see Callum Wilson back in action. Obviously had a lot of time out last season with injuries. I think it was 18 games and totally played last season in the Premier League. Scored 8 goals. He wasn't far off a goal every other game. I mean, in terms of stats, if he could play every game of the season, he'd get 20 goals. So we really want to see him stay fit this season. He has also said that he had been travelling from home. He hadn't actually moved to Newcastle. I hadn't even realised that. But he has now moved over the summer. He's been putting down a lot of his injuries to travel times and overworking himself. I think he knows how important it is. He wants to try and grab a spot in that Winter World Cup squad. It means he's going to have to start the season well. And he definitely can do. We'll need to keep him fit and see how he gets on. And I will say, by the way, loving these new training tops. How good are they? I know the one that Wilson's got on is, you know what it is? I do quite like when they've got the little number underneath. But I'm telling you what, that black one there, that's the one that stole my heart. The blue one's alright. That black and white one there, absolutely loving that. I tell you what, it makes a difference as well when you've got the black and white shirt with blue Fun 88 on. It's just not right. When you've got a black top like that with white Fun 88 on, or a blue top with blue Fun 88, I think it looks alright. I am definitely going to be on the hunt for that black and white training top. I think that looks lovely. And there's a jumper later on I'll show you as well. So, yeah, it's not just the players returning. We've also seen some fantastic training gear on show here. And if you've not seen it already, the leaked training top that's come out with Newcastle bridges and monuments on the front. I don't know if that's real or not, but I'm praying it is. If it is, a collector like me will be all over that one because it looks amazing. But yeah, even the ones that we've seen on show this morning have looked great. A few photos of John Joe Shelvey in there as well. I think it's a big season for John Joe Shelvey. Let's be honest, it's a big season for a lot of players. We are going through a change. There could well be some change before we even hit the start of the season. I think it's a big one for John Joe Shelvey. Just 1 year left on his deal now. I mean, there's links to us potentially even selling John Joe Shelvey this summer, trying to get a bit of money back for him. Can we spend it somewhere else? Can we fill that spot elsewhere? Or will he play the season and walk away on the free? Or, I'm assuming what he wants is to play the season and for us to offer him a new 1-2-year deal. And that means that he's going to have a big season as well. So straight away, Callum Wilson looking for that World Cup spot. John Joe Shelvey looking to keep his place in the Newcastle side. And of course, we have photos of the main man, Saint Maximin, back again. What a bloke, smiling away. Absolutely loving it. He is one of the players who has been training over the break. We've seen him in the garden. We've seen him playing five-a-side. He's been absolutely loving it, but he's back in Newcastle at Benton today. Again, the links with Saint Maximin and what is going to happen with him this summer will not end. Still being linked away to Spurs as it stands, and I will again go on record and say, we need to keep Saint Max. I get it, you can be frustrating at times, but you talk about areas of the pitch that we need to strengthen. Wingers is a position that we need to strengthen, so going away and giving Saint Max to another club is not going to help that. We need to bring more players in that position, not let them go. But it's great to see him back again. It's a guy who always tries hard, and again, I've said it already, I want him to have a big season as well. The team has changed. It's not the Saint Max show anymore. It's not the let's lump the ball to Saint Max and pray he puts it in the net. It's now the team effort. You know, it is a full team effort, and I still think that he is trying to play that game where he gets the ball and all he sees is defenders to run around, because in the past he didn't want to pass the ball. And I wouldn't blame him, to be honest, because again, for a while it was literally just give it to him and pray he can run round 7 players and score. And he did get 5 goals last season, you know, second joint top goal scorer in the Prem for us alongside Bruno behind Wilson, you know, so he did put a few away, and compared to the other wingers we've got on the books, by far exceeded everyone else. So great to see him back, and again, want to see him have a good season as well. We've got a few photos of the coaching staff and Eddie Howe. That is the jumper, by the way. That jumper looks awesome. I am absolutely in love with that jumper. I'm pretty sure it's new. I do not think that is an old one. I think it's like the opposite of what the old one used to be. It used to be blue with black. Now it's black with blue. And again, I just think the way the white Fun 88 sits on the black just looks good. So that is on my list of things to get. But anyway, Eddie Howe is there as well. Great to see him back in action, getting the players out on the pitch. I think it will mainly be fitness, let's be honest, as we try and build up our strength ahead of our first pre-season friendly, which will be against Gateshead on the 9th of July. So we have got a week and a day. So a week tomorrow we play Gateshead behind closed doors. Now, as you might have noticed already, not all of the players are there, unfortunately. Players like Sven Botman have not yet to arrive at the training ground, even though he was in Newcastle 5 minutes ago. He's head back out on his holidays for a little bit longer before joining up with the squad. I reckon Monday. Effectively, the international players have all been given a little bit longer. We've seen Bruno on a plane with Paqueta and Neymar, so the Brazilians are still enjoying themselves. And in the words of Joe Linton, if Neymar fancies a spot over at Newcastle, feel free to join. Speaking of Joe Linton, he was at the training ground today, so he was representing the Brazilian contingent. But as I mentioned, quite a few players still not there, have been let out a little bit longer following their international duties. Trippier, Shaw, Crafty, Bruno. Generally, we are still waiting for the whole of the squad to return. I reckon that'll be in time for maybe Monday. He's given them the extra weekend off. Back on Monday, a week's training, and then it's into the friendly against Gateshead next weekend. And again, I cannot wait to see the Batmobile pull up at the training ground and for Sven Botman to get out and join up with the squad. Again, I'm loving the media. I'm just loving it. I'm absolutely living it right now. I want to see more. What I actually want to see is some videos released by Newcastle showing the players training. I think we may need to wait for them to actually get in full flow with all of the players before we get that, but I'm sure we will. And again, live stream training sessions, open training sessions, open days. Do you remember when we used to do that? We used to be able to go down and watch the players train before the season starts. Like, let's get that back. I want it all. I want it all. We are in the process of updating the training ground as well, so cannot wait to see a little bit more on that. And if you are interested in refurbishment of the training ground and St James's Park, be sure to click here. I did a full video yesterday talking about the new refurbishment work that is going on at St James's Park, so be sure to check it out. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you are watching this long into the video and you still haven't hit that big red button, please do. It's free to do so. It helps me. It makes sure you guys don't miss a video. Alright guys, enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.